Jumbo, fellow adventurers, it's Mike Dooley. Sorry I couldn't be with you yesterday. There was a poor reaction to medication by a family member, and I had to take care of that. And sorry I'm here a half hour earlier than normal today, but at least you'll be able to get the recording. More plates to spin here on my end, but all is well. Thank you so much. Okay, so great question today. Where is the order and love in Haiti and Afghanistan? This question came on the heels of the live broadcast I did a few days ago when I was talking about fearing for someone in danger. And I said, whether you see it or not, there is only love, order, and perfection everywhere. Hence the question, what about Afghanistan? What about Haiti, where they've just had the earthquake and these tropical storms plowing through? Just horrific circumstances. More specifically, Mike, can you help me understand why these innocent people in Haiti are suffering so much? And all those poor people in Afghanistan, including the children, and the random acts of violence that we read about or hear about in the news. I just can't find answers for these things. Please help me to understand. This is a big nut to crack, and nothing I'm going to say is going to put a smiley face on the truly hideous and ugly things that happen all over planet Earth every single day. But what I hope to do is put that stuff into perspective. All right, so here we go. We chose, every single one of us, that we are of God, by God, pure God. We existed prior to the illusions of time, space, and matter, and that we now find ourselves in them as a spark of God. There's only one explanation for our presence here. We had to have chosen it. So we chose to be alive in this realm, these sacred jungles of time, space, and matter, where we knew in advance there would be free will. We wanted a free will system to discover our power and see the infinite possibilities that truly exist. We did not choose to be born with a silver spoon in our mouth. We did not choose to live in a realm where only our positive and empowering thoughts become things. It's like we probably did that a few million times and it got old. And we're like, what would happen if anything was possible? If even the ugly could show up. And we thought about that long and hard. And we realized that, wait a minute, this is just a fleeting dream. This is not us going off to reality forever and ever. This is all going to be playing out inside the heart and the mind of God Almighty. How bad could it be? Oh, it could be really bad. But it may as well be ketchup, tomato sauce blood, as Richard Bach said in the book Illusions. Not that it's not gory, not that it's not painful, not that it's not disgusting, but it is fleeting. It is not reality. And in the blink of an eye, we wake back up in the palm of God's hand and we're like, oh my God, I thought that was so real. And it is not the ugliness that we will remember the most. It is the beauty and the love that is everywhere. And just because we chose to come to a realm where there was total free will and people could choose absolutely anything, no matter how vile and disgusting, never meant that any random thing could happen to any random innocent person. Oh my gosh, no. Anything and everything that does happen in this bastion of perfection and order is shrouded in love, is perfected, a portion of perfection, is a perfected order, and does come about in order. It is ugly, but it's fleeting. And yes, there is love. Love is the glue that holds it all together. And random crap doesn't happen to random people. Now, why would somebody choose to be in a war-torn country? Why would somebody choose to be born on a fault line? There's lots of reasons you've got to realize, I'm sure you do. In many cases, I'm preaching to the choir, that just because a life might end because of an earthquake, or it might end because of a roadside bomb, doesn't mean that everything else in that life was a waste. It doesn't mean that there wasn't love. It doesn't mean that there wasn't family. It doesn't mean that there wasn't probabilities and inspiration and creativity. Yes, maybe there was famine. Yes, maybe there was disease. Yes, maybe there was a whole list of other problems. But each of us saw the stage we were about to be born onto, and for reasons that were valid and empowering and beautiful, shrouded in love, we chose then, there, now. Yeah, I might die at age 5 because of Hitler. Yeah, I might die at age 5 because of a tsunami. But those were probabilities, not set in stone. And there were countering reasons to be born into that family because you've loved them forever and they've loved you and you grow well together and you're going to have all kinds of different splendors, perhaps before some of those probabilities may play out. Plus, then you consider sometimes people may choose a lifetime to be a model, to rise above, to show a new way. Or maybe sometimes people will choose to be in harm's way so that others won't be in harm's way. I mean, the list of possible motivations is as infinite as there are people who incarnate. And when you consider that these are just decisions for a fleeting dream called life, suddenly they're less brutal, they're less painful, they're less mysterious. After that lifetime, that could be, okay, you know, some easy, cushy life in some easy, cushy part of the physical universe, maybe where only their positive thoughts become things. But I bet you they come back here. I bet you they want the full deal. I bet you they want every possibility available to them. And that's why we're all here. In spite of the pain, in spite of the struggle, in spite of the confusion, in spite of the unintended manifestations that we find ourselves creating, even though we don't know we're creating them, these lead us to our power and ultimately a recognition and an understanding of the beauty that prevails everywhere. There is hope in Afghanistan right now. There are volunteers in Afghanistan right now of the spiritual realm, angelic and incarnate, who are there entirely rising to the challenge of bringing a new world order into one of the darkest parts of planet Earth. Dark for confusion, dark because there's no light, dark because a base primitive energy has prevailed and brought about chaos, even amongst the beauty and the flowers and the family and the joy that exists even in Afghanistan, even in Haiti, even in the dark times. Plus, that we are not in those countries right now. We have an opportunity to make a difference. How? Not that it's easy, but send love, send prayers, raise your own vibe in your own neighborhood, in your own sphere of existence, and by everyone seeking love, joy, inclusion the world over, the vibration and the light on the planet goes higher and higher and higher, and suddenly in darker, more confused parts of the world, the light starts getting in. So if you can send donations, send donations. The United States tried to be a bright light in Afghanistan. It was a pretty poor attempt and perhaps maybe created more chaos than it helped. But we are able to make a difference privately with our thoughts, with our love. Some of the other tune-ups when I said send them light, send them a thought form, send them a love bubble, a balloon. I know that sounds like it would hardly make a difference to a starving child in some poor country, but it does make a difference. And there's more going on than meets the physical senses. The solution is you raise your own vibe where you are, and to any degree that you can, if even possible, reach out, send a donation, Red Cross, Red Crescent, whatever. Be the light you wish to see in the world. Well, I think that's about it on this one. It's not an easy subject. I don't know that I certainly did not put a happy face on it, but if we can put order in these areas where there seems to be only questions in our own mind, we then fill in that tapestry of understanding life, and we find more peace for ourselves. And we know that while there's suffering, there is also beauty that we can't see. And perhaps we can be the spark that makes a difference, and thereby our lives are changed for the volunteers who chose to be born in a very tricky part of the world right now. Okay, fellow adventurers, thanks for being with me. Thanks for asking me these great questions. Below on Facebook and Instagram, post your questions now. They could be my talking point tomorrow, the next day, next week. I look forward to answering some of the great questions that are already on deck. And if you want more of this kind of insight, my podcast has become really popular, I'm so proud to say, on Apple, on Google, on other podcast platforms. Check the link below. Check the link below. I lost you on Instagram. Sorry about that. I don't know what just happened. And I'll see you for 2 podcast drops every single week, okay? Tally ho, amigos. Have an awesome day. The best of your life so far.